Hey loves, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, you are most welcome. Kindly consider subscribing to the channel. If you are a returnee, what's up? Good to have you back here again. I appreciate you. My name is Maggie, and today I want to ask you, are you operating on a profit or on a loss? Or you don't even know? How are you operating? Record keeping is one of the things that I've noticed several businesses tend to really take for granted. Not realizing that this is what is going to help you to determine whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss, right? So, what exactly is record keeping? I believe I've done a video showing you guys a simple record book that you can have for your shop. In fact, I have done a video showing you guys a record book, how to make a simple record book. You don't even need to buy a whole complicated thing, just a simple, like an A4 book, and you partition, you put the dates, the sales, like that. I've done that video. If you guys, if any of you wants me to show you guys how you can make a simple record book, please let me know in the comment section, and I will not mind making it for you guys. So as I was saying, record keeping is one of the things that you need to do as a business owner. Like, there's no two ways about it, because this is the only thing that is going to tell you whether you are operating on a loss or on a profit. You know, a lot of businesses tend to run for so many years, and someone has just been there doing business. They never take records of what they are doing. So really, they mix up all their cash such that they don't know whether they go back to their pockets for rent or they don't. Like, you mix up pesa ya huko, pesa ya huko, pesa ya huko, so at the end of the month you do not even know how you're operating, whether you're operating on a profit or on a loss. I always say that the simplest way to record keep, like, if you're just lazy and you don't want to record keep, you're just lazy and you still want to know how you can track your sales, is having something like a till or a pay bill, right? And then when you have a till or a pay bill, the good thing is that these apps tend to show you how much money you have made in a month. Yeah, like, you can get a monthly statement to see how much you have made that month. Okay, or if that's still una find hiyo pia ikiwa ngumu, another thing that you can do is do not withdraw the money. Like, ikifika tarehe moja, you don't withdraw your money up to like the 30th. Then check your money. Of course, in the course of the month, you're gonna need to buy kanyanya pale, kakitungu pale, and this is what the cash is gonna do, because you know not every client is gonna pay through their phones. Some of them are gonna give you cash, so use this cash to survive, but ensure that the money that is paid on the phone, you do not withdraw that money, so at least at the end of the month you can be able to have some form of records of whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss. One thing that I have noticed is that you find someone has been operating their business for the past 2 years, and they mix up their money. Like, you find, for example, you get money from this shop, and then you have somewhere else that also gives you money. Yeah, you have another place that also gives you money, so you mix up all your money, and you do not realize that this particular business has been running on a loss for the past 2 years, and the other things that you have been doing on the side is what you have been using to finance what you're currently, like, calling your main hustle. I don't know whether you guys are getting me. So please, if you are running your business, kindly ensure that this year record keeping is one of the things that you take very seriously, because this is going to help you to realize whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss, because it is very unfortunate to realize so late that you are operating on a loss for like 3-4 years. That means you've just been working for the rent, and capital, and probably you have not gotten any profit from it. I always say businesses that operate on a loss, honestly, 1, 2, 3 years max, close that thing, close it down, emergency by force, like, let it go, because let it go, try something else, or try and strategize again. Like, try and go back to the drawing board, ask yourself, so what else can I do to boost my sales? What else can I do to make my sales better? What else can I add on the shop to bring in more sales? This is also one of the benefits that record keeping is also going to help you with, because you're going to be able to know, I need to add, like, for example, I need to add more stock in the shop so that I can make more sales. I need to be waking up more early, like, is there something like more early? Yo, I doubt, but I need to be waking up earlier, so that at least I can catch clients. So I need to close later, so that like it will really help you to know what you need to do, just in case unfortunately you've been operating on a loss. At least it's gonna help you to, one, decide what you're gonna do. Either one, you're gonna close down, or two, you're gonna decide what you're gonna need to do to boost your business, what you'll need to do to make sure that these sales come back up, right? Because businesses on a loss is just not it for real. It is draining. When I tell you guys, I've run a business when I used to live in Comoros for a whole year that operated on a loss for a whole year. I used to pay rent from my pockets. I used to pay rent from my pockets, and a whole year it was a dry cleaning business. I don't know whether, yeah, I believe I've ever told you guys I once had that business, and it operated on a loss. And I think I was also in denial, yeah. And pia nilikuwa najambia I don't want to stay in the house like from morning to evening without having somewhere to go, so I just need to have somewhere that I can leave the house and go and shinda there, because I staying in the house was also not giving. And before we realized, I sat down with my person and we were like, what have you been doing this whole year? This shop, if we look at the sales that this shop makes in a month, it can't even pay the rent. So that whole month we were eating on my online business, yeah, to finance iduka. So you sit and you ask yourself honestly, nimekuwa nikilipia duka tu pale pa kwenda kuchill mchana, like what isn't that even wasting money? Like by the time we came to decision to actually close down, it took a while, and it really closing down a business is actually heartbreaking. By the way, I don't think people talk about it enough. It is heartbreaking because you feel like umerudi nyuma. It takes a lot to actually get to a point where you have a physical location and then come and close down, and you had like put in a lot of work like partitioning and all that, and then you come down to close. That is one thing that people don't talk about. But the truth is, once you realize you are operating on a loss, you either need to close down or re-strategize. If re-strategizing will work, just close it down or change business altogether. By all means, avoid operating on a loss. By all means. I give it a year. When I was working, I was running a dry cleaner in Comoros. That didn't work well, and after a year we closed it down. Yes, it was sad, it was heartbreaking, because we're like, yani, and then still unasikia kaleka, now people are going to think I'm defeated. There's just a lot of emotions when you think about closing down a business, but sometimes it comes down to, does it benefit you? Yeah, are you, what people are gonna think, is it really gonna help you in any way? If the answer is no, by all means close down that thing if it'll give you more peace. Do you know some businesses actually lead people to depression because you end up financing a business, yani biashara inakusotesha, it's your business, but because it's operating on a loss and you are not taking records to realize that you are operating on a loss, you finance the business until you go on a thorough loss. Yeah, you go into depression because you don't have money. You start saying, I don't know where my money is going, kwani nimerogwa ama nini, and really it's just you who needs to sit down and take records and realize whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss. Okay, so yeah, that being said, I hope this video was helpful. Yeah, the whole idea of this video is, please take records for your sales. You need to take records so that you know whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss. That's the whole idea of this video. If you miss everything, just get that. Take records for your shop to realize whether it's online or physical, to realize whether you are operating on a profit or on a loss. All right, so yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, which is gonna be very, very soon, definitely. Okay, God bless you guys. Do take care of yourselves, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Bye bye.